Okay, good. So there's that hook that we don't want, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I notice in your setup is you're set up straight up and down. You know, if I were to have a wedge, if I grabbed your wedge here and I try to hit a low shot, we're talking about your center, right? How we stand. So if I got your wedge and I wanted to hit this really low, how would I do so?
Have your center back.
Like center here to hit it low?
Or to hit it low, more forward.
Should be forward, right? And then you just do the same swing to hit it really low, right? Do you see that? If I wanted to hit this high, I want to get my center behind the ball. I still want to do everything else the same. I still want to complete my swing and turn into the ball, but my center's going to be directly behind the ball. But look how high I got that.
Yeah.
You want to apply that to your driver.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Your center is basically right on top of the ball. If we got your center to where it's just your upper body, where it's slightly behind, and then you keep everything else the same, you should be able to hit it a lot higher, and you're not going to get that crazy wicked hook.
Yeah, so I'm like smothering the ball.
Exactly. Let me show you. Let me finish. So we'll do your pre-shot routine, right? You know, take 2 practice swings like you normally do, and then you're going to come into the ball with just your right hand, right, like we learned. And then before you pull your trigger, I want you to your sternum or your spine, I want it to be directly, maybe like 2 to 3 inches behind the ball.
Okay.
Like this.
Should I have a little more bend in my knees?
Nope.
No?
You know, keep everything the same from here down, but just your upper body, you're going to slightly, so it's gonna look like a backwards K. If you stand right in front of me, so it's gonna look like the stem of the K is here, right? And then my arms make the piece that comes out. You were like this, where I want you to be like this, right? And then just do your normal swing. Oh, you see how high that went?
Exactly. Yeah. And smother it.
Recommend is hitting like maybe like an 8-iron or a 9-iron.
Yeah.
You know, that's just kind of my teaching and how I was kind of brought up, is hitting when you have so much green to work with. I think you're going to have a lot more consistency getting the ball to the hole, and rather than having it fly like half of the green and then having it rather check or go too far. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Or the possibility of chunking it and
Exactly.
having a long putt.
Exactly. I feel like your miss hits with an 8-iron are going to be a lot better than your miss hits with your wedge.
Yeah.
Hitting this particular shot.
A bad shot, the end result with a bad shot on that will most likely be better than the result of a bad shot with a wedge.
Exactly. So I got your 8-iron here. So I'll demonstrate real quick. I won't hit it, but you know, I like to call it the putt chip. So, you know, I choke down almost to the steel here, right? And I stand a lot closer to it, where literally my eyes are right on top of the ball. So that way your heel's kind of lifted up, so you're going to almost hit it pretty much on the toe, but on purpose. So that way you have a clean hit, though.
Yeah.
To the hole.
You're not digging at it.
Yeah. Where if you sole that club, I feel like there's a lot more room to kind of hit behind it.
Yeah.
Where if you kind of lift that heel up just a little tiny bit, you'll be able to have more of a shallower, smoother stroke at the ball.
Like the grass won't grab the club.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, you know, if I were to approach this, stand a lot taller, like a putt, stand a little bit over the ball, and then see how my hands are slightly forward, and I literally hit it like a putt, okay? So I have a nice pendulum motion. You see that?
Yeah.
And then maybe have your weight slightly forward, so that way you hit the ball first. So let's try it.